Okay, so here is our latest eBay find. We're going to open this box up right now. Well, we have a box in a box. Well, the knob's broken a little bit. That's not a pointer. This is just cracked off plastic. But that won't stop it from working. I don't think. Some pieces of plastic fell off when it was opened. It says Mom on there. I'm going to see if a little alcohol might correct that. Well, I was able to lighten it but not remove it, but kind of matches the patina look that's going on everywhere else, so we'll accept that. And if the inside of this radio looks very clean, and even if it doesn't work, it's already a winner because these batteries are worth what I paid for this entire radio. Okay, so I've removed these batteries, and the first order of business is to rebuild them. So I'll show you how that's done. Doesn't take long. I have not yet featured this particular meter in any of my videos, but I'm going to this time. I'm going to set to the 7.5 volt scale. I know this is dead. No reason for me to test it. But we are going to rebuild it, and we're going to make it live once again. I'm using a knife carefully. Undo that glue and open the case. And this is a different iteration. I have never seen this before. This one has C batteries installed. First time I'm seeing this. I've opened up plenty of these, and they usually have large Minimax cells. Wow, that's kind of interesting. So I have two of these, which may have a date on them. We'll have to look carefully. Three of those, and two unmarked without a sleeve, different styles. Look at that. All right, we're going to keep that. Let's just take it apart. They soldered one leg directly to that case, which is why they probably used that type of battery. This is very interesting. But I have seen odd things with these Everetys before in the past. These 5 batteries are going to be connected in series, and they're going to give me my 7.5 volts. Each one of these alkaline cells has more capacity than these original batteries did, which are carbon zinc. So give me a minute, and we'll show you how that's done. So right here is our battery pack that we're going to make. I'll show you exactly what happens with this. If you notice, I'll move this so you can see, one battery is omitted, and that gives us full power on the 7.5 volt scale. So we're going to continue on, show you what we do. From experience, I know that the big hole is positive on these. Another tool for this job, and it's not a traditional tool, but tacky glue. Tacky glue goes a long way towards resealing these boxes. So we started our first connection right to the bottom of that spring there, and we're going to make our second connection now. Okay, so we're showing good, and it's hard to see, but I have that connector on there. I have to keep my hand there, so I'm just going to pull it off so you can see. There's that connector. All right, so the next thing is to get that back in that box. I use these little braiding rubber bands to hold the box shut while I glue it. Okay, I was able to get them to stay in a position where they're making contact. And on our 7.5 volt scale, we're right at the end, we're showing good. That battery has been created and is in the process of drying. And now we are on to this battery. Now, if you're lucky, and we were, this will slide right out of the casing with no fuss, as it did. Although not my favorite subject in life, we have 30 of these, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And 30 times 3 is 90. And 90 is what this is. This battery holder would house an 18650 battery But instead, we're going to house as many of these cells as we can into one of them. So let's see what we can. Let's see how many we can get in there. All right, so I have 20 opened already. Let's see how many we can get into this holder. All right, there's 23. Little blue painter's tape will keep that held together. Here's 22 volts worth right here. And we're going to tape that up too. Okay, so the rest of the cells are in there, and I have a 1.5 as a spacer. Having 91.5, if I end up with that, is not a problem. Okay, so the positive wire is touching there. Negative I have with a clip. We are on the 90 volt scale, if you can see that, right over there. And we are showing good. So there we go. That is a working battery. Okay, and this is what my completed cell looks like. It has about half the capacity of the original one. However, that doesn't matter because the B batteries lasted a very long time. So this will last a long time too. And all I do with these radios is turn them on to show that they actually play. So this will be more than sufficient. A final test. The connector is actually showing live. I like to do that before I put it in the box. Okay, so there's my completed pack. And it's working. You can see it's connected there. Yellow wire, come around, right there. So I can do this one-handed. 90 volt scale, 90 volts, looking pretty good. We're gonna let that glue get tacky. This had opened up a little bit over here. We're gonna let that glue get tacky. When we're doing that, we're gonna clean up a little bit. We're gonna put some stuff away, and then we're gonna come back, install these batteries into that radio, and see what we got. What do you guys think is gonna happen? I have a guess. I think it's gonna play. Okay, so we have our battery packs, both working. We have our meter, we have our radio. Let's see what we got. Well, this radio didn't work. I have one like it that does. Okay, especially now. When you subscribe, you'll have if you stop the next 100 people who walk by your office, we'd ask those people, you know who... So here you have what it does work. If they get 1%, it'll be a lot. Right, exactly. And you know, John, you and I have both known the mayor a long time. Just your So the only thing that we really gained on this deal was a set of working batteries and maybe some spare parts. I went through all the tubes I had. I swapped out tubes and still nothing at all. The radio, it wasn't packed very, very well. Got beat up a little bit in transit, possibly. Who knows? But anyway, not worried about it. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I lost. But anyway, like I said, spare parts, and we got some batteries built.